What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Lochby Sidekick. The Sidekick is part wallet, part notebook cover, and was developed in collaboration between Lochby and popular EDC YouTuber Maxlvledc, who I'll tag in this video. Price point on the Sidekick is $29, which is already ultra affordable, but I do have a coupon code UncommonEDC, which will save you another 10% on top of that. I'll make sure to leave the code as well as a link to where to find these in the description of the video in case you're interested in checking one out for yourself. Now, I think a natural starting point for a conversation around the Sidekick is going to be the exterior dimensions, because if you're using this as a wallet, you've probably already noticed that it's a little bit larger than your average size wallet. And especially if you're coming from a more minimalist wallet, which is maybe 40% of the size of the Sidekick, it is going to feel like a big step up in terms of pocket real estate at 5.8 inches tall by 3.7 inches in width. Now, what you're losing in compact sizing, you're gaining in storage capacity, and this allows you to carry a full-size pen, which is probably my favorite feature of this wallet, as well as a small notebook on top of all of the wallet capabilities. And so at 3.7 inches in width, I'm easily able to slot this vertically into my back pocket, and I think that's probably the ideal way to carry this is back pocket carry. You can also go with like a coat pocket if you have an interior pocket on your jacket. And this does fit into the front pocket of my jeans. Your mileage may vary based on how tight your pockets are, but it does fit in the front pocket. I just don't think it's an ideal front pocket wallet because I prefer something a little bit more minimal for front pocket carry. That being said, the front pocket is a lot more secure than back pocket carry, so some people may prefer that front pocket. So I did want to mention that at least in my jeans, it fits in there no problem. In terms of weight, it weighs about 2.1 ounces. That's obviously unloaded. Depending on what you put in here, your mileage will vary there as well. But they use wax canvas on the exterior in typical Lochby fashion, offered in the standard Lochby colors, the brown that you see here, a charcoal black and navy blue. Now, I've mentioned this in probably every video that's ever contained any wax canvas, and I'm a huge fan of it. I think it looks great, it's durable, weather resistant, water will bead off of here. It's not waterproof, definitely don't submerge it, especially since the edges aren't sealed, but weather resistant, and I think it just looks better and better over time. It develops a patina similar to leather as you get more and more wear and tear on it. And so big fan of wax canvas. As far as the rest of the exterior, all we have going on is the tag. A very, very plain exterior, but it opens up like a book, giving you quick and easy access to pretty much everything inside. Nothing feels super cramped, and again, really easy access to everything. So you can see our interior has that high-vis honeycomb ripstop nylon, and we have 3 card slots on the top with a vertical orientation, and then the horizontal orientation on the right side with a small key pocket that I'm not utilizing for keys, but I'm pretty sure is a dedicated key pocket. Behind both of those, we have a slot that can accommodate an A7 notebook. So you just stuff the cover in there, and then you can use the notebook without removing it from the wallet. Now, the reason I didn't do that is all my A7 notebooks are vertical and spiral bound, so I'm going to have to order some, but this will give you a good idea of the size, same dimensions. So if you put it here, it's going to open to the side like this, and you just stuff the cover into there. So really nice opportunity. I did still manage to sneak a notebook in here though, as we'll see here in a moment. And then again, that favorite feature is that pen slot in the middle, which we'll save for last here. So on our left side, we have 3 card slots. Since I'm pretty minimal, I usually like to carry an ID, a debit card, and a credit card, or sometimes 2 debit cards, business and personal. I don't carry a lot of cards, so I utilize those slots for something else. So we'll start with the credit card slot first. So I have 2 credit cards in that back slot. Each of these can probably accommodate 2 to 3 cards, and it's obviously going to get a little bit tight if you have 3 cards in each of them, but each slot can manage 3 cards, no problem. And so in the back slot, I had 2 credit cards. In the middle slot, I ended up going with a micro notes, which is pretty similar to those Write in the Rain notebooks that are credit card size, except this one has grid pages. Don't remember where I got this. I'm running out of them. I only have 2 or 3 left, and so mostly use the Write in the Rain version, but I figured I'd throw something else in there for now. And then in that front pocket, I ended up putting a knife because of course I did, and so I went with the J-Ho lengths in this cardboard sleeve to make sure that it's not cutting up the material, but allows you to carry a knife if you're not carrying one right in that credit card slot. Now behind that, we can again use this for a notebook, but I decided to use it for a mini first aid kit with a variety of different sizes and shapes of band-aids. Because I do carry a knife on a daily basis, I always like to have band-aids handy in case I end up cutting myself. On the right side, you can see it switches orientation, so we can look at it from this orientation. We have that horizontal card slot, and in here I only have the ID. This one does feel a little bit looser, like it could accommodate 3 to 4 cards, but again, I probably won't end up loading it with as many cards, but great spot for an ID or additional credit cards, or you can use it for other small objects. In the key slot, I ended up going with a Monkey's nail clipper. I like to keep my nails cut pretty short, so it's nice to be able to carry that in here. And I think this is a pretty cool slot. I may end up putting my P.O. Box keys in there, but I think it would be cool if it had a way to attach them permanently, because you may have noticed that when I open this, this has a tendency to kind of slide around. It's never fallen out on me, either in my pocket or when opening it, but it does slide around a little bit. So if there was a way to attach these to like a leash, it may make them a little bit more secure. It would also be nice to have that exterior leash maybe, so you can add like key fobs or like my motorcycle keys too big to fit in there, and so would give you a little bit more options for that pocket. Maybe a good pocket. It looks like about the size of a couple of quarters stacked on top of each other as well, so you can get creative with what you put in there if you don't want to carry your keys. But again, we have that back slot that spans the entire width of this, and here you can put that A7 notebook. I chose to carry cash, so this one can accommodate both cash and cards if you're someone who likes to carry cash. Now that middle slot is where we have our pen, and this is just well thought out. It adds a little bit of stability to the spine, and so gives it a little bit more strength and protection of the items inside it while also protecting the pen itself. The bottom is open, so if you have like a click top, this one is twist, so it doesn't matter, but if you do have that click top and you accidentally click it, it's not going to be clicking into material and immediately start leaking into that material. So just a really well thought out design there. And then you can just slide it out the top. Now I have the NAF Sancho. This is his new pen that just finished the Kickstarter, and it's twist open, so don't have to worry about that as much, but I've put twist open pens into a pocket before and ruined shirts and stuff like that because I forgot to close them, so definitely still possible. This one also offers a few different tools with the tweezers and the toothpick on the end, similar to your Victorinox, which is just a really cool feature. But this video isn't about the pen, so I should probably get to the dimensions. It's a pretty average size at 5.5 inches, and you can see it was fully contained within the interior of this wallet. So obviously it's taking up pretty much the full capacity, but we are completely covered, so if you want to protect your pen, it's offering full protection, and it's not going to slide out of there. Ultra tight and snug, obviously with that pocket clip especially going to be ultra tight and snug, but just a really great design overall. This one was pretty cool. I definitely would recommend checking it out if this is something you're interested in. I always like to carry a physical notebook, so I'm definitely going to order some of those A7 side loading. I would imagine that eventually Lochby will offer their own version like they do for all of their other folio covers, and so eventually we'll probably see that on the website. When I checked today, it didn't look like they offered those separately, but maybe in the future. For now, I'll try and find a source for them and link to that in the description in case you're interested in picking this one up and want that A7 notebook to go with it. Let me know your thoughts on this one though down in the comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing it with someone you think that will like it, or checking out some of my other videos. I'll help the channel out a ton, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.